I'm Judy Boati of HOPSA 85, and today I'm absolutely delighted at the opportunity to have a chat with the founder and first president of HOPSA USA-Canada, an experienced veteran educator with a career spanning over 40 years and a winner of multiple teaching awards, our very own Hopsan, Mrs. Theresa Bennin. Hello, Auntie Theresa.
Hello, Judy. I'm glad to be here, and I'm very delighted to see you.
Yes.
What do you want me to do today?
Right. Okay. Today we're going to have a conversation with you and draw some knowledge and experiences from you on your professional and personal journey. So let's go back to 45 years ago. Choosing a career in teaching wasn't your original plan, was it?
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't. So
Yeah, it wasn't. I had always wanted to be a research scientist.
Okay.
Because I love doing experiments. I like doing hands-on activities, coming up with results and talking and all those things.
Okay.
So my idea was to be a scientist.
Okay.
And fortunately, before we graduated from upper six, some staff from USC Tech came to Holy Child, and they talked to us about a new department that they were opening, which is the Biochemistry department in the science faculty. And the way they described the job description, clinical laboratory person, quality control, and all those things, hey, that was my dream.
Okay.
So when it was time to apply for university, I opted to choose biochemistry from Tech. Right. So then I got there. So I thought I was going to be a chemist. So that is where it all started from.
Right. Okay. And then what happened after that? What motivated you, or what led you to switch?
Okay. So, Ghana, those days, they started the national service around the early 70s because we had free education. Right. So that is the contribution we could make to the country. So for my national service, I was sent to St. Louis Secondary School in Kumasi to teach. Yes. And I was teaching A-level biology and Form 4 and 5 general science. Okay. And I loved it because the kids were the girls were responsive, and I could do the experiments I love to do. And for the A-level, because we prepare them for, it's like associate level credits here. So right. We prepare them with very serious labs. So that caught my attention. But at that point, I still have my research scientist dream at the back of my head, but I loved it.
Okay.
And then after national service, I got married.
Right.
And I moved to Akosombo. And the only thing I could do there at that time was to teach at Akosombo Secondary School.
Right, okay.
So that took me to the classroom again. And I started teaching chemistry. And then I started having babies.
Okay.
And I said, this teaching is not bad. Right. Because I have enough time for my family and also enough time to do my schoolwork. Right. So that is where it all started coming back to me.
Okay.
Yes, and I'm not done. Okay. So fast forward, I went to Calabar, went to Nigeria. Okay. And Nigeria, the first job I got was to teach Holy Child Secondary School, Calabar. Okay. Then I said, well, for where the things are going, it means I'm going to be a teacher. So why don't I do a degree in education? So I set up, I registered for a part-time postgraduate degree in education. So I became a full-fledged teacher. So that is where it all started.
Wow. Okay. That's very interesting. So, Auntie Theresa, how did your education at Holy Child School prepare you for your profession? And can you comment slightly on the support of your family as well?
Okay. So Holy Child is the best thing that happened to me. I have
Excellent.
to tell you. I'm an Ashanti and I come from Kumasi. And you know that Kumasi girls always go to St. Louis.
True.
As a Catholic, the only school they were taking me was St. Louis. But
Okay.
my stepfather, who knew better for me, filled the form and put Holy Child on it.
Wow.
So I'm very grateful to him,
Yes.
blessed memory. But Holy Child was the best thing that happened to me.
Amen.
Now, for my professional growth, what did Holy Child do for me? You know how we were all brought up in Holy Child. The way the sisters brought us up, the way we work together with each other, um, the they instill in us hard work. Okay, so I got that hard work to achieve your goal. You have to have a goal, and you have to work hard to achieve that goal. I got all that from Holy Child. Okay, and then why did I want to even do science? It's because of the teachers I have in Holy Child. And if you have heard of Sister Jacqueline, we all used to call him Kanshi.
Okay.
Yes, Kanshi was my class. We call here they call a class teacher. I've even forgotten how I used to call them. Okay, so Form 1, he was my class teacher. He taught me science in Form 1, Form 2, Form 3. And then somewhere I got other teachers. But when I came to lower 6 and upper 6, she also taught me biology.
Right.
And I'm very grateful for the experience I got from Holy Child.
Wow.
I cannot ask for anything better.
That's lovely to know.
Yes.
It's so lovely to know.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
And you asked about my family, my
Yes.
support, my family. I'm very grateful to God that I have this support from my husband, and he's always very supportive. He also did engineering. We were in the same. We were in tech. At least we met each other from tech.
Okay.
So yeah, we've known each other since 1972.
Oh, wow.
Yes, when we went to tech, as small girls doing small girl stuff. Okay.
Of course.
So they've been very supportive, and fortunately for me, I had 3 boys.
Right. Yes.
And they were all together. The age, I mean, the age, the gap between them wasn't too much. So they stuck together as friends, as brothers, and they were always together. And I didn't have to worry myself taking care of them, because there were times I didn't even have any house help. It was
Right.
me and my husband, yes.
Right.
And my husband knew how to put them on his back and tie them up with a cloth and everything.
Okay.
And when it comes to doing schoolwork, if I have something to do at home, and they will do whatever they want to do, and nobody bothered me. So I had a very good support from them and encouragement. Yes.
Wonderful. That's good to know. And that kind of answers my next question, because I was going to talk about the work-life balance as a woman, wife, and mother. Because as an educator too, I can relate to the challenges of finding the right balance between preparing interesting and interactive lesson plans, marking, assessing, and so forth. But I think you've pretty much explained how you manage to attain this balance. Or is there anything more you'd like to add to it?
The additional thing I will add was when it comes to technology.
Yes.
My son, one of my son is a computer engineer.
Right.
And one thing I missed to say was when I came to United States and I didn't have any computer knowledge.
Right.
And at that time, yes. And look at how education is going on.
Mm-hmm.
Even in my old age, I still registered to do a second master's degree. Okay. And with that, yes, and I had the support of my husband. I mean, they are not waiting for me for dinner because they will fix something for themselves. Oh. So I had to go back to university here to do a second master's in computers. Okay. So my husband and my son and everybody, they were very, very helpful. Writing my projects, writing my thesis, they were there out there for me.
Wonderful. Yes. That's good to know. Right. Auntie Theresa, I know you have received multiple teaching awards. Can you briefly tell us about some of them, as well as a particularly favorite memory of your professional journey.
Okay. The memories, you know that for 45 years, there may be so many of them, so we can't go through all of them.
No.
But
Something that sticks out.
yes, some of them stick out. The first one was in the early, I think, 1977 or 78. I had gone to University of Ghana, Legon,
Okay.
to visit somebody. And there I saw some two young ladies, and they were rushing to me. And that place, they used to call me Sister Theresa. When I was in St. Louis, they called me Sister Theresa. Okay. So
Okay.
I was rushing, they were rushing to me. And when they came, they said, "Oh, you do remember?" I said, "I do remember them. They were some of my students from St. Louis." And they introduced me to their friends that, hey, this was our sixth form teacher. And she's the reason why we got admission to the medical school.
Oh.
And I didn't even know they were in the medical school. I was so excited and I felt so humble, but very happy that at least I was able to be part of somebody's life. So that was something that I really remember every time I think of my first time of teaching.
Right.
And
Right.
then as I came over here too, I have some students who we do research, and I'm part of the American Chemical Society.
Right.
And I was able to get some of my students get the award because we did some research and they got an award. And during the presentation, they were just throwing praises on me that it is me and so on. Even though it's not me, I just direct them. But that made me very, very happy. You know, you can see a Black woman and I teach in a majority Black district.
Right.
And see how I could be able to bring them up to that level.
Right.
Everybody was excited for me. Okay. And another one was this year. No, 2020 was last year.
Okay.
Two of my students, one was the valedictorian and the other one was the salutarian. And they all got scholarship to go to Ivy League schools.
That's
And
wonderful.
what are they going to do? They are going to do biochemistry. So during their speech, they said the enthusiasm of Mrs. Bennin, the way she makes chemistry easy, the way she loves it. She made all of us love chemistry. And I felt so happy that at least I think I'm doing something good for some people. So these are some of the things that make me happy and I love it. I tell people chemistry is my life. And then my kids will say, "Mommy, what about us?" I said, "No, you're part of my life too."
Right. Of course. Yes. Okay, Auntie Theresa. So, what were some of the obstacles and the challenges you faced while you pursued your professional journey, and how did you overcome them?
Okay. Thank God I didn't have any much obstacles in my way as we have discussed already. The only big thing that I had was when I came over here to United States, and even the person who hired me said, "Hey, American education is not like African education." I didn't understand much.
Right.
Then I had a class. This particular class, they were always giving me trouble. So the principal arranged a meeting for us. And when we had that meeting, the principal asked them, "Why are you always misbehaving and giving Mrs. Benning trouble?" One girl put up her hand, and it was a Catholic school.
Okay.
She put up her hand and said, "Mrs. Benning is too nice.
Oh.
Um, yeah, she's too soft.
Oh.
She doesn't have any authority in her voice. When she's talking to us, she doesn't have authority. She said, 'Please sit down. Please stop that.'" I wept. I wept tears in my eyes.
Yes.
And so this was my crime for being nice and courteous. So, but I learned from it. From there, I learned that, so because in Africa, respect is automatic. You don't have to yell before your students will get it. So I wasn't used to that, but I learned from these students. So from there on, I will shout, I will yell,
Okay.
I will scream, and then they call me, "She's mean, but she's good. If you do her work, you will pass." That is what they want.
Right.
So that is, yes, that is how I learned to be strong in America. I wasn't that strong.
Right. Okay. That is an experience then. Wow, that's interesting. Okay. So that's how you became, that was a major hurdle and you were able
Yes,
to
yes,
overcome
yes.
it. All right. Okay. Now, Auntie Teresa, let's talk about STEM. As an experienced educator, what are some of the major differences between STEM education here and in Ghana? And what do you think parents in Ghana can do to cultivate that interest in children who are studying science?
Okay. Um, STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And STEM education is just to get students interested in these fields. Okay, it's not all of them that to become scientists, but we know that knowledge acquired is knowledge gained. So if you are able to bring them up in that level, even if they don't do a science in college or don't take science career, the technology will help them. The math stuff will help them. So that is what the main thing is. And it needs a lot of funding because we do a lot of hands-on activities. I can't say what is going on in Ghana because I've been out of Ghana for a while.
Right.
So I don't know how they are handling it. But from that time that we were kids and we were going to school, our parents knew that science is either you are going to the medical school or you are doing engineering. Okay. So I wish at this point parents will let their kids know that it's not only medical school or engineering that is science. That science is everything from the technology to the mathematics to the engineering to whatever. So that is my prayer that, and my advice for parents, they should encourage their children or their whatever they are, their kids, to embrace and get motivated to do science. They always say it's difficult. It's not. They
Hmm.
can do it. Yes.
Okay.
So that I don't know much difference between what they are doing in Ghana now, but here we focus on hands-on activities, doing research, doing projects, letting the students do it. So now the onus is on the students. The
Right.
students are doing the work and the teachers are just facilitators. We are facilitating what they are doing.
Yes. Okay. Okay. That's interesting. That's very good to know. Auntie Teresa, last but not the least, what advice would you give to yourself as a teenager?
As a teenager, those days we didn't have counselors.
Right.
And
Yes.
yes, and if you have a role model around the home, maybe you think, okay, I want to do what this person is doing. And being a typical Ashanti girl at that time, there were not much role models. My uncle, either a policeman or a salesperson, and so on. And so my advice to myself, I think liking science was able to help me to make this decision, and it helped me. So advising myself on the science career or science background was good enough for me.
Right.
And but if I were to be a little girl again, I would listen to adults who can tell me, hey, this will be good. Uh, Try this one or try this one. But I think I don't think I have much to say about what I would advise myself.
Right. Yeah, you've said a lot. Right. So, Auntie Theresa, thank you for making time to talk to us. It's been very interesting and very funny as well, as in, a brilliant sense of humor. And I wish you well and enjoy your retirement.
Thank you
And,
very much.
and you
Thank
know that once a teacher, always a teacher. It's a
Yes.
calling. Yes.
Before you leave, let me take this opportunity also to congratulate all Hopsans for the 75th anniversary that we are having. And I thank you, all of you, because to educate a woman is to educate a nation. So I
Indeed.
thank all Hopsans for their contribution to our alma mater so that we help educate these girls. So I equal to all of you and congratulations on the anniversary.
Thank you all for listening and stay safe, stay healthy, and may God continue to preserve all of us.
Thank you very much.
Yes,
Thank you.
ma'am.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you. All right.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.